In 2026, the industry is once again changing, and decorators are looking for new options to help their customers stand out. My name is Rudy with Siser, and today we're going to talk about a product that's going to help you do exactly that. Stay tuned. We're talking about Brick 600. So what makes Brick 600 really stand out against all the other products in the market? Well, it's the thickness. Brick 600 has 600 microns, giving the final effect that beautiful 3D finish, making the design look elegant and professional. That's a huge benefit because your product is always going to stand out. Now, we also have 20 different colors available in our Brick 600 line. So you can use this product whether it's a single color design, like you see here. You can use it by combining it with some of our more traditional products like our PS Film Stretch, as you see here. Or you can combine it with some of our more unique and newer products like Aurora to give it an embroidery with a 3D finish effect. Again, very unique, very different than what's out there in the market today. So we can also use this product on things like hats, as you see here, to create a brand, as you guys can see here with the logo with the coffee shop. And today we're actually going to focus on this particular issue here. So we're going to create a polo t-shirt for the uniform that's going to go along with the hat. Okay, so stay tuned. We're now going to the cutting action and show you exactly how this product can be cut and how easy it is to weed as well. All right, so now we're here at the Juliet plotter. We're going to show you how to cut this material. But before we get started, I do want to show you one little trick. Because the product is a bit thicker than our traditional materials, you want to make sure that that 60-degree blade is about the thickness of the product. So you can put it right up to the side there, make sure the material, or excuse me, the blade is right about that thickness. That tells you that you're ready to cut the product without having to use too much force. Okay, so now we're ready for cutting. So as always, we're cutting from the back side. So let's place our material into our cutter. I think this is a good time to also mention that the product is laser friendly. So if you have a laser, you can also cut the material with the laser. Let's go ahead and clamp down our pinch rollers, move our material forward. Now I've already done a test cut prior. So let's go ahead now and start our cutting. All right, so the cut is done. I've gone ahead and cut the smaller strips here, so it makes it easier for the weeding process. The really nice thing, on the back, you will see that you can easily see those cut lines. So it will make the weeding process much simpler for me. All right, so come on up and I'm going to show you how easy it is to weed the Brick 600 material. All right, so the Brick 600, one thing I need to mention is it does not have an adhesive carrier like, for example, our PS Film line. So we're going to go ahead and just remove the excess material. But you'll notice, even without that adhesive carrier, look how easy that comes off. That's awesome. That's exactly what we want to see there. Let me go ahead around it. That's beautiful. And even these small little points here, look how easy these come out. Look at the detail. Of course, it all comes with the right settings on your plotter. But look at that. That's nice. That's exactly what we want to see with this kind of product. All right, so before we get into the application, a couple things to mention. As I said before, the product doesn't have an adhesive carrier, so I'm using our handy dandy heat tape to be able to hold the product or the transfer down onto the material as we apply so it doesn't move on me. The other thing is because I am applying onto a polo t-shirt, which has obviously here the seams in the middle with the buttons, I'm actually going to be using one of our Teflon pillows to help me elevate the surface area where we're applying the transfer to. That's going to give me that perfect pressure, and it's going to avoid any seams that can ultimately impact the overall result of the application. Okay, so knowing that, we are ready to apply. All right, so now I have the transfer onto the fabric. Now what I've done is I went ahead and used basically the buttons as my alignment. I don't want to go too far to the left or too far to the right. So right about 2 fingers is the right distance from that center point. Let's add our protective sheet over the transfer. Now we're ready for the application. So I've already done the pre-press. We have the temperature at 155 degrees, And this is the biggest change here. We're applying for 25 seconds. This is going to allow the heat to go all the way down through the product because it's a thicker product to activate the thermal adhesive on the backing, okay? And that's gonna reassure that longevity on the transfer, okay? Now, the last thing we need to remember when using the Brick 600, it's a cold peel product. So let's let it sit and cool off before we remove the tape. Let's go ahead and remove the carrier. And look how beautiful that looks there. That 3D effect really helps that design pop and give it that elegant and professional finish. And that's it, guys. Check out how easy that was to create a professional looking logo on a polo t-shirt, on a hat. That's using Brick 600, our 3D impact product. Again, if you guys have any questions at all, check out our website, www.siser.com. I am Rudy with Siser, always happy to help you guys. And now I am ready to go work at the coffee shop. See you guys next time.